Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to tell you 10 quick facts that you won't believe are true.
So let's start. Number 10.
An old woman was so shocked when she found out that her husband of 43 years was not actually her husband. She couldn't believe her ears. It all started when the couple went to renew their wedding vows. The ceremony was being conducted by a young, enthusiastic priest who had only recently graduated from his seminary. Midway through the ceremony, he paused and said, "This is an important moment. Do you, John, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?" Startled by the question, John looked at him incredulously and replied, "Of course." The priest continued, "And do you, Mary, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?" Mary was equally surprised. "Why, yes, I do." After they had exchanged rings, the priest turned to them and explained his confusion. He told them that he had made a mistake and that he had actually married Mary to one of her brothers many years ago. But unfortunately, the bride had run off with someone else before the marriage could be consummated. Unable to believe what he was hearing, John demanded an explanation. That's when Mary finally admitted that she had never been married to him. In fact, she had been seeing his brother for years, and they'd even had 2 children together. Overwhelmed with emotion, John broke down in tears and confessed that he, too, had been living a life of deceit. For all those years, he had believed that he was married to Mary, but it turned out that she was only his sister-in-law. What makes this story even more bizarre is that despite the revelation, John and Mary decided to stay together. They eventually had 2 children of their own, and now live happily ever after. No, 9. Your own dead skin cells make up the majority of the dust in your house? It may sound gross, but it's true. On average, we shed about 600,000 skin cells every hour. And those cells can stick around in our living spaces for quite some time. In fact, a recent study found that the average home contains between 1 and 3 pounds of dead skin from its occupants. That means if you live in a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 other people, you'd be sharing your living space with up to 12 pounds of dead skin at any given time. Yikes. But don't worry, most of that dust is harmless. According to experts, the amount of dead skin in your home isn't enough to trigger allergies or asthma attacks. Plus, it's a good source of protein for dust mites, which are actually beneficial for our health. So next time you're dusting your house, take comfort in knowing that you're also getting rid of some of your own dead skin. Number 8. A new research suggests that our eyes can detect human faces faster than any other object. Researchers from the University of California used an eye-tracking device to measure how long it took participants to identify various objects, including human faces. So the results showed that people were able to recognize human faces much faster than other objects, such as buildings, animals, and vehicles. The study concluded that our brains are wired to prioritize facial recognition due to our need for social interaction and communication. This ability allows us to quickly identify potential threats or opportunities for cooperation in our environment.
However,
it also means that we may be more susceptible to manipulation by those who know how to exploit our natural biases towards faces. Further research is needed to understand the implications of this finding, but it's clear that our brains have evolved to give human faces special attention. Number 7. According to a survey conducted by the American Automobile Association, AAA, nearly 1/3 of Americans would choose to be stranded with a flat tire rather than asking for help. In fact, 41% of respondents said they would attempt to change the tire themselves, while only 31% would call for roadside assistance. The remaining 28% said they would ask a stranger for help. AAA spokesman Robert Sinclair attributed the reluctance to seek help to a combination of factors, including a lack of confidence in one's ability to handle the situation and a desire to save money. However, the organization also noted that attempting to change a tire can be dangerous and should only be done as a last resort. AAA recommends that drivers carry a spare tire and know how to use it, but ultimately encourages them to call for professional assistance if they find themselves stranded on the side of the road. No. 6. According to a recent poll, only 38% of Americans believe that aliens have visited Earth. However, this figure has been steadily declining in recent years. In fact, a similar survey conducted in 2012 found that 51% of Americans believed in aliens. The reasons for this decline are not entirely clear, but it could be due to a number of factors. One possibility is that as more time passes without any concrete evidence of alien life, people are becoming less convinced that there are extraterrestrials visiting our planet. Additionally, the rise of conspiracy theories and misinformation online may have led to a general skepticism towards sensational claims about aliens. Whatever the cause, the declining belief in aliens among Americans is an interesting development for those who are fascinated by the possibility of life beyond Earth. Number 5. A man was shocked to discover that his pet lizard was actually a rare and expensive species. When he went to the vet, the reptile expert was amazed by the lizard's unique features and quickly identified it as a blue-throated monitor, a highly sought-after species native to the Solomon Islands. The owner, who had adopted the lizard as a hatchling from a pet store, had no idea that he was harboring such a valuable creature. The blue-throated monitor is known for its vibrant blue throat and tail, which are more pronounced in males. The lizard's overall color ranges from deep brown to black, with adults reaching a maximum length of 18 inches. These lizards are primarily insectivores, feeding on a diet of beetles, termites, and other insects. Despite their relatively small size, they are fierce predators and will not hesitate to attack anything that enters their territory. The discovery of the rare lizard highlights the importance of proper identification and care for exotic pets. It also showcases the beauty and diversity of the natural world, reminding us that there is always something new to learn. Number 4. A broken heart could soon be an official cause of death in the United States. Next year, the American Medical Association is set to add a new code to the International Classification of Diseases, ICD, for the first time in 20 years. The code, Z91.5, will indicate when someone dies from a broken heart, specifically from severe grief or a sudden emotional stress. While the ICD has included codes for physical ailments, this will be the first code for a psychological cause of death. Dr. James Reason, chair of the ICD-11 task force, believes that acknowledging the link between mental health and physical health is crucial. Currently, physicians are reluctant to discuss emotional well-being with patients due to limited training and time constraints. But with this new code, doctors will be better equipped to address the emotional toll that grief and stress can take on the body. As a result, patients may feel more comfortable opening up about their mental health, leading to earlier interventions and better overall care. No. 3. People with green eyes are more likely to be impulsive and easily bored. According to a study published in the Journal of Personality and Individual Differences, people with green eyes are more prone to sensation-seeking and risk-taking behavior. Researchers believe that those with green eyes are more likely to be impulsive and easily bored because they have a higher concentration of the neurotransmitter dopamine in their brains. Dopamine is associated with pleasure and reward, and high levels can lead to increased energy and a desire for novelty. This may explain why people with green eyes are often perceived as being energetic and enthusiastic, but it can also lead to impulsivity and a lack of follow-through. The study also found that green-eyed individuals are more likely to be extroverted and emotionally unstable, meaning they are more susceptible to mood swings and other emotional fluctuations. While these findings may not be surprising to those who know someone with green eyes, it is still interesting to see the link between eye color and personality confirmed by scientific research. No. 2. Someone can drown in their own saliva. It may sound like something out of an action movie, but it's actually a real medical condition known as acute pulmonary edema.
Yes.
This rare but potentially fatal illness causes the lungs to fill with fluid, making it difficult or impossible to breathe. Drowning in saliva occurs when the body produces an excessive amount of saliva, which can then spill into the windpipe and cause the lungs to become waterlogged. This can happen for a variety of reasons, including head or neck injuries, certain medications and diseases that affect the nervous system. In some cases, drowning in saliva can be reversed with treatment. However, if left untreated, it can lead to suffocation and death. No one. Crying could make you feel a lot better. Now, we've all been told that crying could help us express our emotions and relieve stress. But a recent study suggests that it can actually have benefits beyond what we previously thought. According to researchers from the University of Minnesota, crying could boost our immune system, lower blood pressure, and reduce the risk of depression. The study found that participants who cried during a stressful task had lower levels of cortisol, a hormone associated with stress, and higher levels of immunoglobulin A, an antibody that helps fight off infections. Additionally, The participants who cried reported feeling significantly better both physically and emotionally. While more research is needed to fully understand the benefits of crying, it's clear that it's a natural and effective way to cope with stress and sadness. So next time you feel like crying, don't hold it in. Let those tears flow and reap the potential benefits for your mind and body. These were some amazing facts that you probably didn't know. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please leave a like and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching.